Okay, Miss Rina, can you also share with us some success stories of the GK work?
Um, One that really comes off the top of my head would be really the first family which received a GK house that was in Bagong Silang. So that was the first site that GK actually went into
Okay.
to um, convert from slums to a GK community. So the first family basically, the size of the houses then were 18 square meters. Now it's 20 square meters, right?
Yeah.
And the beauty of this is this house was donated by a mechanical engineer.
Mm.
And because it was with heart, he wanted to be part of the build also. So, and of course it's an expectation of the families to do the 1,000 hours of sweat equity to gain that sense of ownership also. So they actually had to, I think, tear down the house a few times because structurally it was not safe, because they just kept wanting to do it on their own. The donor, plus.
Yeah.
Anyway, the beauty is what started with an 18 square meter house. When I first joined GK in 2010, was a shock to me because it's now the size of a 2-story terrace house. And when I went in and spoke to the family, I found out that the parents became so empowered. Some of them were like, some of the kids have been gangsters, and I think the father also, was trying to figure a way out in life. They became so empowered that out of the 5 kids, 4 of them have degrees, college degrees. One has a diploma in computer science technology, and one, yes, physically you see the house is huge now because they had the kids have of course obtained great jobs, and they have contributed in building their own room, so to speak.
Yeah. So they've been improving the house.
Oh
as
yes,
well.
themselves, the homes for the family.
Yeah.
And it was a bigger impact when you find out that the child with the diploma in computer science technology has actually opened a little IT hub outside. I think there were like 7 desktop, and the kids, be it whether from within the GK communities or the surrounding slums, get to use it for free so that they can learn and get exposed to it. So that is a sense of giving back. 2 out of the 5 kids have become GK full-time workers because to them they felt that is how best they can contribute. And when I spoke to the parents and I asked them, I said, you obviously reach a stage in your life where you could actually move out the GK community, get a home in a gated community, to some will be bigger and better. And my first experience with GK, my first time visiting a GK community, he just looked very stoically, very matter of fact, said, we are the reason of hope for those around us. And then it hit home because the reality is they never saw that life for themselves. They never imagined it possible. And now that it's happened for them, to now also witness one of the sons looking to do his master's program in education, people around them look and think from no hope to this. A dream is possible. So that is really in itself is huge, and it shows how empowered they are.
Yeah, it's really such an inspiration. To the other members of the community.
Very much. And so I think that's the beauty of it. And the parents actually came and spoke at our second global summit, which was hosted in Singapore in 2010. And when people heard that, I think it hit home to a lot of people who are not aware of the work of GK or what is really about the whole aspect of caring and sharing. They are an example in itself.
Such an inspiring story.
It is.
And then, as we've been talking about volunteers also. So, what has been the impact? You think? I mean, what impact does the GK work do to them?
So I have, like for example, NUS School of Architecture actually started initially with a couple of immersion trips. So when they started making trips and spending time with the communities, they started questioning what more they could do. Besides the experience of a build or a soft program, working with the children, So when they started searching, they realized they could contribute their expertise. Now to date, the NUS School of Architecture has actually helped to design a community known as the Enchanted Farm, which is in Bulacan, Angkat. And it was actually a vision of our founder, Tito Tony. And now when you go there, it's a 14-hectare piece of land with 40 families staying there. It's all about organic farming. And it is the next step for social enterprise, which is something that allows from grassroots levels for communities to get jobs in their own country. And that is a success because the NUS students impacted. They also now, NUS also helps to design some of the GK houses.
Yeah.
All right, because it's based on expertise. School of Design and Environment under School of Architecture has successfully established a rooftop project where in urban communities where you don't have any land around, we actually have rooftop gardens. You know, and that allows them, because it's a form of sustainability for the community where they can grow their own food, fruits and vegetables. You know, so and that's the huge impact. On a personal basis, I know of an individual, a volunteer. Her name is Jaja Rani. So she was actually one of the core lead volunteers in Singapore. She's Filipino. She was an expatriate here for quite a while in the banking sector. Really was happy with her life here. You know, never really thought about at some point going back home, because to her it was different and better at that point. And then of course she started getting more involved with GK, and she went to visit the she took part in what we have a yearly event known as the Bayani Challenge, the Heroes Challenge. And over 2 or 3 experiences, her heart started to question, you know, because this is my home country, these are my people, you know, what am I doing? And she said the humility of from within. People saw that, people hear her volunteer for the work, and then they come and follow and help in whatever way. And the beauty of Jaja is this, she resigned last year and has now become a full-time worker with GK, and is established in the headquarters under the marketing department, which is, and that is her expertise. You know, and she's giving back so much of herself, because not because she has to, but because she chooses to spend time on the ground with the people. And I think that are the greatest success stories of GK.
Okay, so Ms. Rina, if we could just invite our listeners, like how can they get in touch with you if in case they're interested to do some volunteer work?
Okay, what they can actually do is go to our HQ website, www.gk1world.com. All the different regional offices are linked through that portal. So be it wherever you are in the world, all you have to do is to search whether there is a GK office in your country. If you don't have one, you can touch base with headquarters immediately. And the volunteer management team there will basically put you in touch with the relevant coordinators. And from there you can find your niche, because there are so many programs and possibilities that are listed on the website. And from there they will kind of meet up with you, they will discuss and find all the different arms that you could contribute to. And that will be a GK experience, and just tip of the iceberg.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Miss Rina, for spending time with us tonight. We hope to have you again next time.
Thank you.